Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Sunday, November 30th, 2025. So, on this very snowy Sunday,
Yes.
did you have to wear shades while doing the crossword because it was so bright, just like the snow?
No.
Oh, that's a relief, because you
That's,
were inside as you were solving this.
of course.
Right?
No, they would not be outside solving the crossword.
Nope. That'd be interesting to try, though.
Yes.
The ink in your pen would probably, well, I guess you'd be using an app, so the app would just freeze.
As would I.
Yes.
But no, I did not get too cold.
Good.
Doing this puzzle.
Mm-hmm. And what did you think of it?
Well, it was interesting. It had kind of a, I don't know what kind of theme I would call this.
I was going for weird.
Macabre what came to mind, but I guess it's not really that extreme. But it was extremely different for sure, yes. But and we didn't really figure it out until right at the very end, so it really didn't help us too much. But after we did figure it out, we're like, oh, okay, makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, most of the themed words and clues were at the bottom of the puzzle, so you kind of had to work your way through the top of the puzzle, and
Right.
then you got to the theme stuff at the bottom. But the name of this puzzle, since it was a Sunday, was Hog Wild. And we did look at that, but we didn't even think about it as we were solving the puzzle. But there were some circled letters that were running vertically at the bottom of some of the answers. They didn't encompass the entire answer, but like the last 3 or the last 5 letters were circled.
Mm-hmm.
And if you answered correctly, you did get a word that would stand alone in those circled letters. Okay, so then underneath each one of those lines of circled letters was a black square. And then, of course, there was another down clue below it. And then you came to the bottom of the puzzle. But the words in the circled letters, if you answered correctly, were jam, onion, buck, and harbor, seemingly not making any sense whatsoever in terms of any coherence.
Right.
Okay. So then at the edge of the puzzle, 16 down and 87 down, which was right below 16 down, the clue for that was idiom about wasting one's efforts, as seen in the 4 columns of this puzzle. Well, the answer to that was pearls before swine. I guess I never thought of that as wasting one's efforts. I guess I never really knew what that idiom meant. but anyway, the answer was pearls before swine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you went back to the circled letters, we had jam, as in pearl jam. We had onion, as in pearl onion. We had buck, as in Pearl Buck, the author. And then finally, we had Pearl Harbor. And directly below that, each of the clues were italicized, and they all involved pigs. So the one below jam was 83 down, and that was that's all, folks, speaker, which of course was Porky Pig.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had 91 down, which was under onion, pink character in the Toy Story movies, and that was Ham, spelled H-A-M-M.
Right.
Then we had 77 down, which was under buck, and that was literary runt of the litter, and that was Wilbur from Charlotte's Web. And then finally, 94 down, farmer Hoggett's entrant in a sheep herding contest. And the answer there was Babe from the movie Babe. So
Okay.
all fictional pigs under all kinds of different words related to pearls.
Pearls.
So we had pearls before swine. And then the theme of the puzzle, Hog Wild, made a lot more sense.
Yes.
but that it was unusual. You know, we don't usually have it's almost like a double theme with words that relate to one thing and then other words that relate to something completely different.
Right.
So, but that it all fit together, and we got through it in pretty fair time.
Well, good.
So.
Yeah, I looked at this and thought this is like a bad edition of Connections. It's like jam, onion, buck, and harbor. I'd never put those four together.
No.
I mean, you just have to have the right frame of mind, or the big hint, as in pearl before swine. I mean, it was ingenious. But you're right. You didn't need to know the theme at all in order to solve this.
Really.
Yeah, it made no difference to me.
But you definitely needed to get 16 and 87 down filled in the idiom, pearls before swine, before any of this made sense.
Right.
So.
Yep. Yes, and this was by Nathan Last, his 42nd New York Times crossword.
Wow.
And he likes to do weekends. He's done 10 Fridays, 12 Saturdays, and 9 Sundays.
Wow. Well, we had several places where we sort of ran into problems and we couldn't quite figure out what was going on. We did not know 12 across, which was a Spanish dish, blank gusado.
Wait, you didn't know that?
I did not. Well, it's from Caribbean stew, so it wasn't really from Spain. but anyway, it turned out to be polo, which I know is Spanish for chicken. But I didn't associate that with that particular dish. But we eventually got it. That crossed with 12 down, which was first Eurodance hit in the U.S. 1989. For some reason, I did not know that. It turned out to be
absolutely shocked.
Pump Up the Jam.
Yep.
And the jam was part of the Pearl Jam.
Yes.
In the theme. But yes, Pump Up the Jam. So that was a place we were stuck for a while.
You were in a jam.
And then one that just made us really mad once we figured it out was 59 across, Chop House, Dojo.
Yes.
We were trying to think, what could that be? Chop House, we're thinking maybe a place where you get your hair cut, a place.
Butchers.
We did not think about a dojo, but very, very clever clue there.
Well, they did have the question mark in
yes,
the
you knew it. You knew it wasn't actually going to be a chop house.
Right.
So, and then another one that we did not know, and in fact, we were just throwing letters out, and that's how we solved the puzzle. And we finally got to the R in 96 across, Lenape people from whom a New Jersey river gets its name, and that was Raritan. We had Eriton, but we had no idea what the first letter was. It was an R. And when we hit the R, we got the happy music.
Wait, so you didn't know 81 down, the open weave fabric?
I did not.
Scrim?
I've never heard of scrim.
Are you sure? I think you've told me that in the past.
No, I don't think so. Maybe
all right.
Something else, but not scrim.
That's interesting. Because I was debating between... So 81 across was lethargy, and I always think it's the word toper or topor, but it's actually sopor, as in soporific. And so, but I knew at this juncture, it didn't make sense to have TCRIM, takrim, as a type of fabric. That sounds like something a Klingon would wear in Star Trek, right? Takrim, good day to die, or something like that. So it was scrim. So actually... I got Raritan without really knowing Raritan, as usual, through the crosses. But my almost Waterloo was 71 across, Sarge's boss. And I had it starting with an L, and I was thinking like it's going to be like a lieutenant colonel or something like that. But I had that second, the O after the L was part of onion. I thought, glass onion, that's got to be right. So I didn't know what to go with LO. And I actually had the LO and the O of 54 down that was anti-mob law. Acronym was RICO. So I had LOO. And then I got to 61 down. Sauce served with Peking duck. And it's Hosin.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, it's H-O something S-I-N. And I thought it was going to be an E, so I had L-O-O-E-E.
Oh.
Louis. But it was actually an I.
That's right.
And I guess Louis for lieutenant. Right. See, because I always think lieutenant, and so
no, lieutenant.
it sort of messes up my solving there. I saw once again we had 56 across. Taxes levied during trade wars, tariffs. It's like, no, get out of the crossword. Go back in the political realm where you belong.
Twice in a week.
We had, I liked 41 across. That was coin collector, sofa.
Right. That was funny. I put slot. That's
Yes, that made sense.
but sofa makes sense too. It's very funny.
Well, I had that S ran into it was at the end of 24 down. Oh, had I but followed the blank, 12th night. And I had AR, and so I thought, oh, had I but followed the Arab. Not quite sure who the Arab was that they were following. Anyways, it turned out to be arts.
That's right.
So no Arab at all.
No.
Let's see, 100 across was noodling in a jazz tune, vamping.
Yes, I did not know that.
Yeah, I always thought vamping was when you were sort of like
showing off.
you were very. There's like a sort of a seductive element to it, right? A vamp,
flirting,
right? So this is a totally different use of the term.
Yes, I had never heard it in that context.
Let's see, we had 98 down. Part of a daycare schedule was nap.
Yes. That should be part of everyone's schedule, I think.
I agree. And then 103 across, in the majority, was adult.
Yes.
I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know 21 across, actress Zozia blank of girls, Mehmet?
I did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I bet you even know how to pronounce it, and it's probably not Mehmet.
I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will assume it is Mehmet until told otherwise. We had 4 down. Let's see. This will test your baseball knowledge. Baseballs that are hard hit, but then caught in lingo. Loud outs.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Okay.
I put in line outs because it's a line drive and
right.
Catch it. But no, loud outs. I've never heard that phrase or term.
I just figured it was baseball. You'd be in your element here.
Hardly. But yeah, loud outs. I've never heard anyone say that. Oh.
Well, maybe that's the sound that the catcher makes when they hit, because it was such a hard hit. He goes, ow!
Could be.
So it was a loud out. We had 99 down was cute. That was just 3 @ signs in a row, and the answer was ats, A-T-S.
Right.
It sounds more fun when you don't actually have to say the word at 3 times, when you can just look at the symbol being written 3 times.
Right. We had fun with 92 across, co-star of 2025's Kiss of the Spider Woman, 2 fans. I'm like, it's got to be J-Lo.
Yep.
Because it's three squares. And our daughter was like, well, are you sure about that? I said, no, but I always just put J-Lo in if it's appropriate. And so we put it in, but then we took it out. But then we put it back in because it was indeed a J-Lo.
Well, I mean, but that J was coming out of 76 down, patron of lost causes, right. St. Jude. I mean, I thought that was about as much a gimme for me as there was in the puzzle, I thought. I liked 103 across, in the majority, adult.
Yes.
It took me a while. So this was a fine crossword. It was by, again, Nathan Last, and his 42nd.
Yep.
42 being the answer to life, the universe, and everything, and also a very good crossword by Nathan. And that is it for today. We'll be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.